YOLO!
My favorite is opening up the.
We're live.
My favorite is opening up a box and being like, oh, there's a wasp nest in here.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, that's nightmare fuel, sir. Opening up a box and there's a wasp nest in
There
it.
would be some real fuel.
I came up to this one. Where's watch this?
What are you
I thought they were all dead. Got it. One was alive.
Oh.
It flew away. I didn't get stung, but
That sound like a motherfucking wasp. It's like literally a meme out there. This is a motherfucking wasp that is never alone. There are always other, more angry and pissed off wasps. If you kill one, they will all come for you.
The only thing you can do is pray you are not on his list of shit that we got today.
Big enough flamethrower, though.
That's cute how you think that helps.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It just pisses them off.
they're immune to fire.
Yeah,
Wasps
And
are
in fact,
immune to fire.
feeds them. They get stronger.
They're elemental. They're wasps from the elements of plane of fire.
That's fucking scary as hell. It's scary as hell.
So you guys have had like all your information. You've had about 20 minutes, 30 minutes with, you know. I'm digging this necromancer battle we got going here, by the way.
I like how you just understood.
No, they were here the whole time. This was new.
And I have what's in it right here.
So it's oddly familiar. So throw down a 23 AC warlock right here.
Oh, you're saying, oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Hey guys, it's the party.
Yeah. I have questioned whether or not this is a fair fight.
No. Well, it depends who's who.
Senate? Monster Manual.
That Ross Manuel Lich. Lich.
It's kind of half what I was saying. But then again, there's a lot of power in stealth right there.
If
Yeah.
you have the whole party over here, like just like this guy right here.
And it dangles from the rooftop for just a moment as he drops down. Oh!
I'm invulnerable to magic. Why? Because I believe it.
That's how you can point all you want, weak creature. 9-level spell.
My axe absorbs the magic and turns it back to you.
Because that's how Warhammer orcs work. They believe it. It's true.
Especially the space arcs.
That's literally how they work. If they believe that this new arm you've placed on there works for them, and it's not their original arm, and they believe it works, it just does.
What?
That's this is why the orc horde is terrifying as fuck.
They have a hull breach, and they don't understand the science. They don't need to breathe.
I actually don't.
They're literally stupid enough it works.
What?
I'm not making this up.
They
Ask the
confuse-
vets at the
they
table.
get confused by all their little grots, gremlins, why they like just all of a sudden keel over and die.
They must have been too weak.
They are too weak. They're grots.
Because it's true doesn't mean it.
But so somebody walked up and they're like, so
The
orcs-
Imperium of Man got one of their weapons. They opened it up. It had some loose wires in it, no ammunition. It was pretty much just a hunk of metal. And yet, a couple hours earlier, it was killing people.
But so like, one question I had is like, could you just like walk up to the orc and convince them that every orc has a disease that's
No.
gonna kill them in like 10 seconds?
That's not exactly how it works.
They'd have
How it actually works is around big mechs, which the more people that believe in the big mech, they create this thing called log energy. And the more log energy you have, the more powerful and more things that actually happen. There is an entire book series called The Beast, where they have a weaponized plant.
Weaponized.
Yes, a weaponized plant that they drive around in space. looking for a fight, because that's what they do. Even going through the warp, which is probably the worst space travel in any fiction.
Yeah.
Which was pretty nice. I was dead.
You're literally going through hell. And the orcs go through it being like, oh, they're here! We want to fight because this is boring.
So you guys have at the time to gather yourself, figure out your shit, and decide which way you want to proceed next. And
I'm
this
gonna
is
go back to that alchemist shop.
what you want.
I raised my bet asking for anybody who is here is invisible to leave, unless you're in, because you'll be interfering with the wormsmith's business.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
I know a shortcut!
60 steps, go! 60 steps, fuck off!
See, flash of light. And he had a pop noise.
That's where people went.
Oh, god damn it. That moment when,
Counter spell. Batman.
The church would be portable inflatable. That moment when Dorky shows up, Dorky shows up and like, oh, sorry, don't want to interrupt, and then disappears.
Right. So Steven, you went into the marketplace, right?
Yes.
Oh, I have to do a thing then. Oh, this is a good thing. Nope.
That
Did anyone else go into the market?
well, everyone should
We're
be
trying to
coming
get
into the market.
Okay, so that's multiple perspectives. So I'll
We
roll
are
for
trying
multiple
to
perspectives.
get ready
It's a
for
percentile chance.
going into the dungeon.
Nope. No for you. No for Alex. Nope for Drew. Nope for Nick.
Oh well.
Nope for Bryces.
Come on, there's not.
No, it's not. This thing cannot roll below 30.
Which I'm going for that 20 percentile chance. And I'm not making it.
Wow.
I'm even rolling for your roll individually when I'm supposed to do it as a group. I'm like, this is a great hook!
Is it this?
No.
Question. You want blood for blood god for the head?
Huh?
I noticed you did red paint, but do you want blood for the blood god?
I'll fix it up later.
Example?
Did you do this yourself?
No. Yeah. Like the blade.
I didn't do the base. I don't like doing bases. Bases are
So do it on the
Why didn't you do it as metal?
and then
those only come in metal.
the shield.
Really?
Yeah, this is old war technology.
So it's like
Yeah, the corn blood does a
Yeah.
lot better.
oh really?
Corn blood.
That's blood for the blood god.
Okay, so people who don't know, we're talking about paint colors.
Right. Paint.
One thing
there.
to do is I need to look it up back up on Jaka.
We should probably focus.
There's a mixture of blood. Put it onto a toothbrush, like a really firm toothbrush, and mix great blood back.
Oh, did you click it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is, I told you I can't help you.
Do you know who can?
Well, I mean, I don't strictly, I'm not, I've heard of people who paint, yeah. I'm not
Of course.
associated with them. Of course. You know, I've heard the gray ghosts are doing some good things, or bad, horrible, awful things, should I say. That's what I meant.
You know how to possibly get in contact with them?
No, but I know somebody who does delivery for them.
Who's that?
What's the name of the trophy?
Have you been really seeing him around?
The merchants do. They kind of turn up their nose at him, though. He's an arrow, so you know.
To be expected.
What are we going for?
My thing.
Oh, you're seeing it. How this would, fuck you, dude.
What?
There's combat happening, and I'm not officiating it, so it's not really happening. But we're going for it.
Well, I mean, it's a level 6 versus a lich, so I don't know how this
I mean-
circle of death.
I passed con check.
I've been seeing. There's been reports that he's going towards west left.
Okay.
So maybe the great ghosts have something there.
20 gold.
Is this a down payment?
Fine. I'll give you another 20. Have a good day.
Oh, I plan on getting drunk tonight, man.
You're at door. I wouldn't have expected any other way.
You go back out into the market. Everyone goes back out into the market, right?
Yeah. We really need this thing to happen. Because the rogue does not particularly want to stay in the west like all night.
Alex sees it with a 17. So, remember that description I gave you of druggie? Oh, there the fuck he goes.
Punch him out.
Yeah.
Anything?
Yeah.
I sent my crow up to follow. A raven. And
Punch his mark.
there you go.
Make me a perception check to see if you actually see him. Because, you know, he's got something active right now that's making that pitch.
That is a 22.
Okay. He's like, he is. You guys know what it looks like when someone's booking him. That's not normal booking. That's magically assisted booking.
Is it a long term?
No, it's big, better than that.
Before we, oh wait, I asked.
Let me do maybe
about first.
Senator?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to track
how far
him
away he is.
Okay.
with advantage. That is what Hunter Point does. That is why my first thing was
Do I know how far he is?
But once he gets out of 60 foot, your 100 mark dies, doesn't it?
no.
No, it's not.
As long as I have it, I have advantage. So
What were you
fine.
saying, Nick? I'm sorry.
Do I know how far out he is?
By now, he's probably about 150 feet away.
Okay. Long strider.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start sprinting my ass off, because that's all I can do.
I could have had more.
You guys actually don't have the speed to keep up with it.
What?
That is why I casted that spell.
don't.
You think you're running after him?
I think everybody's chasing him.
Is he walking or running?
No, he's bad at help. Nick, give me our con check.
They're like, they're hard.
18 plus the power of what?
Well, no.
So that there'd be whew, 26.
You've heard of something called boost of speed before.
How fast is
That's
it?
what I was trying to.
Double boost of speed. So he's running at 60 as base movement.
16 and 16.
Yeah. So he's
120.
yeah,
Fucking-
Yeah,
Dang
no,
it.
he is. When I said he was booking it,
Actually,
that or a similar effect is probably what's doing it.
The last time we were in the town, I tried getting those boots.
they're kind of
Super rare.
Yeah.
They're not common to find.
That's why.
This is a
The only
mixed
reason he
campaign.
has them is because the book says he has them.
So right now I have 40 and 40.
Yeah, but he's ducking down streets. He's finding places to hide. He knows where he's going. He knows what he's doing. He is
What's
making.
your fly speed of your Raven?
180.
He can keep up.
Yeah, but if you're that comes into stealth versus perception checks really quickly.
It's understandable.
Yeah, it's not like it can just see everything. It's not true sight, or true sight wouldn't even help you against someone just doing.
How many
normal.
survival checks do you want me to make tracking?
We'll get there. How far up did you say he was?
By the time you guys start moving, 120 feet
Oh, okay, so it'll take 3 turns.
for your Raven to catch it.
For me to catch him.
Why?
Misty step, misty step, misty step. I'm on top of him. In fact, I'm standing in front of him. I'd like to
Misty,
strength check him onto the ground.
Okay, can you stop for a second? Because you can only use.
I can use long stride on my first turn, move. Bonus action, misty step, and still long stride.
Yeah, but he's doing 120 every turn.
No, you said he had.
By the
Okay.
time you guys started moving, he's 120 feet away from you. Every turn, he's doing 120 feet.
Oh,
120 feet.
yeah.
Holy shit, that's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gone.
No, that is some severe amount of garlic.
Gone, mate.
I mean, he thinks he's being chased by the guards or something. But he's gone.
Yeah, that would only give you 1 turn.
Yeah, and he is hooking it in the direction of Westmouth. Which
Shoot him in the back of the knee with an arrow?
I am not shooting into probably what is a crowd of people.
Oh, didn't think about that. Okay.
you have to, unfortunately, in a city. Because if you do that, the guards will straight up arrest you. Or no, they won't arrest you, they'll try to kill you.
Oh.
Because you could be an assassin. And the fact that he's dressed in drow regalia, they're gonna drop him like there is no tomorrow.
Oh,
Him.
I'm wearing a crowd cloak.
Sorry, man. It's the way it works.
That's why I'm not shooting him. That's why I just did Hunter's Mark, so I can track him.
For the next minute, yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
See, I don't necessarily want to engage in combat with him.
I'm just trying to figure out where he's going.
You know the direction he's going.
Yes.
You don't know where.
Yeah, I know west.
I mean, I could, in fact, slow him down enough. I can get it.
What do you got to be in range?
My Raven will easily get in range, and I can
It's
just
not a
use
minute.
Ray of Frost.
Hunter's Mark is an hour.
Which will slow him down by 20 feet, which means I will catch up to him.
He has 110 then.
No, you have 100.
I have 110. He would have 100.
But I said 100.
Yeah, but
Because
Alex,
Alex was saying I would have 100.
Okay.
because I thought you were saying the other dude would have 110 as well. It's like, dude, 120 minus 20 is 100. What the hell?
This is
You'd
what
also
we get
be-
magic.
It also
just
be
put more.
There'd also be an open casting in public. But if that's what you want to do, I mean,
They wouldn't see me as. There would be a Raven floating above this dude who's notorious for
he would actually have equal fear. That's an equal disagreement.
his what?
Because Ray of Frost takes it down too.
Yeah, minus 10 feet for movement.
Yep.
That's twice over because he's moving twice.
Okay, yeah. Okay. 120.
So-
He's dashing. So technically, he attacks him twice. His movement speed then would drop to 50. So 50 plus 50 is 100. You have to hit him, I think.
Yes. It's actually a line, or rather a cone.
It's a
You make a
ranged.
Constitution save.
It's a ranged spell attack.
Really?
It literally says
I
that.
thought it was a con save.
No. Well, make a ranged spell attack against the target. The damage you'd be doing would be 2d8.
Average.
So you
I'm
have,
just half wondering, is this a good idea?
yeah, you have to roll to hit him. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, no, I'm kind of provoking out to the party. Do we want to stop him? Oh,
Follow him.
oh.
Your Raven can be tracking him.
Raven, like your Raven can't keep up with him the whole way.
If
Oh,
Raven
well,
If he
keeps
doesn't
far
shake
away,
it,
Yeah, that's the thing. If he shakes it,
then we're relying on my tracking.
And that only lasts for an hour, so if he goes further than an hour away from him.
how fast can everybody else move?
60 total.
Yeah, at max,
I don't have one. I mean, I can add it.
at maximum 60.
Yeah. So I'll,
I'm
be
using
going,
other things.
well, I'll just be going 80 in order to just try to keep range with my. Yeah.
Well, wait, would I be able to run, then do a like running jump? Get
No,
like,
that's an
extra
action.
distance?
The jump itself is an action.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, actually, I was gonna say if I could do that, I could go like.
If we had
one,
mounts. Yeah, but then fine.
Shit, that's what I forgot to look for the market.
I
Mounts.
just realized
Wait a minute, we have a paladin.
I can stun it.
Oh, yeah.
Like a horse.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, even Atheist said there was mounts. So
Much simpler.
yeah, I don't know if he's allowing them to this game.
I think Fine Steed's only second level stuff.
Well, you got the PHP right there.
That's Fine Greater Steed. That is not in it. Second level. Takes 10 minutes. Oh boy. And it lasts until you dismiss it.
Okay, let me re-ask my question again. Do we want to get him?
I'm fairly confident we can track him. but
He's already heading in the direction of where you were told the roll some tags on. So,
It would be probably better to follow him because I doubt we can get information out of him.
I tell you that if you
No,
know,
we
no
can
matter
always
what I
bring him
try.
back to the wormsmith.
He might not even talk to them.
I believe that if you know you can track them, then we should follow. If you don't know 100% for sure,
Unless we don't know.
then I would just blast the hell out of them, slow them down, catch them, and bring them back.
Our other option is open. I mean, there's a chance he'll talk.
Oh, yeah. Democracy. What do you think, kid? I can do this.
You're a barbarian. You're like, can I chop off his leg?
Yeah.
Why don't you chop off his leg?
Mike?
I will first off. Because if we lose him, we may never see him again.
Oh, he's not going anywhere.
Alright, so,
He'll be around.
I assume that we take 2 rounds from my raven to get to him.
What is your Raven's actual base move speed? 60? 50?
He look at the map. Or monster manual says, or player's handbook says raven. Fly speed.
50 feet.
Oh, really? Only 50?
Yep.
That was more.
You can hop 10 feet.
That's actually really far.
That is.
Yeah, how does a raven go?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not a single hop, it's within a movement.
Oh.
That's on the ground.
I thought it was literally just like one giant hop, like 10 feet. I was like, I can't even.
That's called flying.
No, that's what I was thinking.
No, that's called falling
Hawks.
with style.
Hawks and falcons can do 60.
So there's not even any way for Steve to stop.
Well, no, the thing could still,
You
he
can
has
cast Ground
faster,
Strider on your foot.
and then they'd be even. If you cast it on your bird, they'd be even. But he does have a head start.
Yeah, he has that start, so it's pointless.
You can misty step it. You can catch up.
Misty stopping or strength checking? See, that's the thing, is I have to cover the
Your
distance.
bird's not strength checking an actual person.
I have to, the problem is I have to cover the distance that we already have. And then overtake it.
But if this
The thing
range
is,
spell, how far away can you
If he wanted to make a strength check, a Raven has a strength
The
score
spell I
of
want to hit
2.
with is melee spell.
They have a -4 modifier,
That's easy.
and they're tiny.
Or rather, shadow with it. The raven goes.
Yeah.
You're dead. Con save stun, and I can grant that.
Did your bird have to roll this time?
It would normally be up.
Would I
And
be
your bird, that thing on the material would have to.
No, I have to bring him in.
Okay, then the guards.
Would I possibly would use my wand of magic missile to somehow slow him down? Like
That would kill him.
That would be an attack. And the guards will arrest the fuck out of you.
What if we drift off from the rest?
They would arrest the fuck out of you. So it would come from the bird, but Nick's been seen with his bird around town.
Actually, he hasn't.
Yeah, it was in the Astro.
The bird has just been popping up, and the people are already crazy here.
Yeah.
So some of them are going to be questioning whether or not the bird really exists.
That's all.
It's just terrifying. It
And,
appears.
and if anything, any other time I'm not fucking with my bird and he's in the material plane, he's sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah. So they go after me.
That's awesome.
But
I'm gonna have to roll.
if we can somehow get ahead of
But
it.
I do believe we're just following in that direction then.
I'm still going to track him.
Of course.
I have to roll for a random encounter. Just not being a dick, I gotta roll for it.
How far can I
Flashbang.
throw my bead things to summon animals?
30 feet. Probably.
A mob of Darrow rampages through the streets. 5 of them detach from the mob to attack the PCs.
Do they have weapons?
They're rioters. I mean, if they had
What's
weapons,
that
the
dragon's
guards
name?
wouldn't be trying to quell them, they'd be trying to kill them.
What's that dragon's name?
Then we're drawn.
Stop in the name of thunder.
Roll it.
All right.
Charisma.
From the barbarian.
Okay. 11.
Nope.
They get to respond. We're doing initiatives. We're doing initiatives.
21.
Is that all?
I know.
I'm 20.
97.
And you can't roll.
I didn't roll that. I rolled this. No, that one.
I mean, it's fine. It's far down.
It's spin down, that's what it's called. Let's see what the actual narrative stats say they have. I was just gonna do short spears.
What? I was going to do something else.
Book short spears. Here's what they got.
Book short.
You know, I was just gonna-
You try to do a shove, you could do that. So
Yeah.
that uses your action.
Today, but because what he did.
What did you get, Alex?
Oh, for initiative?
Yeah.
7. Or no, 8 because I have +1.
21.
Luke?
11.
20.
15. Counter won't hit on. It's 5 CR 1/4.
Oh, one shot.
I mean,
Doesn't sound much like a riot.
Are there people already in
There is a riot, and 5 of the riot broke off and are attacking you guys.
I think 5 people in this.
Non-lethal hits only.
We are not.
I am the barbarian.
We are not here to kill them.
Sorry.
And
I can't help it if your dagger's poisoned.
I
could,
wasn't going through damage. It just paralyzes.
he could help get it to subtract.
It's a D4 no matter what I use it.
Because it's improvised at that point.
Well, it's poison.
Not necessarily. You can do a normal melee attack.
Oh, right.
Damage. You just declare it.
Well, the
as
dagger's a
non-lethal.
D4 anyway.
But the point of that non-lethal is
You know, you non-lethal with a rapier. Whack.
Did this shit even do non-lethal?
That's what I mean.
It's tricky but doable, yes.
No, it's normally very simple. It's like if there's non-lethal, it's like it's the damage, but it's not lethal.
Yeah. I don't remember if it has a move set for non-lethal. If it doesn't, I'll make a call.
Well,
Usually you have to do your health and damage.
with his daggers and stuff, can you just like walk him and check? Just like bury him, cut him, and then he can paralyze because of poison?
The idea is you
I would have to actually pierce the skin,
You'd have to make.
and that might actually kill them.
Rules do they have over 4 hit points?
I don't have to tell you.
It would be over 8. Because remember,
What's the other thing is you only need to do enough non-lethal damage that equals or is greater than their current health. Which means you can slash them up pretty good, and then the last strike you do is non-lethal and knock them out.
But if you do more than their health in a single strike, you're dead.
Full discussion.
As new from no.
However, you can still beat the crap out of them all non-lethal, and it adds up. Kind of like boxes.
And as a barbarian, you could just use your fists and go unarmed and still do a shit ton
You
of.
still go in the arm, though.
Yeah.
It's not wrong with that. But breaking someone's leg is not legal. It's the same.
What if I were to?
it's the infection that's lethal.
Yeah, it's the infection that keeps us legal.
It's not my fault it got infected. You cut it open, bud. It's not my fault that he got infected.
Not my fault, they killed the compensator.
I didn't cut it open. I broke it open.
All right, Steven, so what are you actually, oh, you're still reading the non-lethal?
I'm trying to find non-lethal. It says it's under damage.
Oh yeah, I have a staff too. A quarter staff.
That is a very non-lethal weapon.
I was just thinking I could break a lot of bones with one of those.
Sure. No.
It does do a D10 damage to it.
It does not do a D10 damage two-handed.
I actually don't even know how it does. What?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't do killing.
Oh,
What does the staff do?
you can just choose.
Like a D8 or something.
You can just the player gets to choose. Aaron, the player gets to choose when the
Alex, shut up for a second, please.
when the whoever's getting attacked is dropped to 0 hit points, whether or not to knock them unconscious or not. We'll kill them.
Oh, so you can
That's what it
actually
says.
designate after the act happens.
Yes.
Wow, I remember Pathfinder was not that nice.
No,
It's a D6 or a D8.
the reason why I think they got rid of that is because you would have to have 2 damage, because there was the non-lethal in parentheses and the lethal damage separate. That's how it was in 3.5. I'd be like, well,
Is that what right? That's what
It's not a +1, but yeah.
Okay, so it's a plus
so I'm
one.
gonna non-lethally shoot them in the face.
What you can do, not only do it as a versatile, because you're a great weapon fighter, but quarterstaff is also one of the weapons that pings off of the polearm master.
Nice. So the lowest is a 13. My 3 attacks.
The hit with?
Yes.
Well, all of them hit then.
Secondary damage.
Is there anyone within melee range of them?
Yeah, because they go to attack you guys. Because they haven't attacked yet doesn't mean that. I mean, technically, I should totally not allow you guys to go first because you're technically surprised, but you know, whatever.
The surprise round, they move.
So-
Yeah, that's where I'm treating it.
What does an arrow look like?
They look like an no. They're very smallish, dark skinned, they have insanity in their eyes. You're a little crazy.
Were those the ones that
Real
were
crazy
escape
but
goers?
mind flayers?
Huh?
Most things down here have had a lot of unfortunate or fortunate meetings with them. Okay.
Okay. So he unconscious.
Look at this. They're all
Jesus!
They're all fine.
You got average there a lot on those D8s there, man.
These are my dice. So these ones are. I have 10 that are not. Just 10 straight. If they get knocked to 0, they get knocked to.
They're not 10 does not make them unconscious. 15 makes them unconscious.
Okay. one unconscious, and 2 unconscious.
You need 13 to make them unconscious.
13? Well, that's an 8. Actually, wait a minute. No, it's the same math. Oh, wait. 9. There, that's one's unconscious. 2 are unconscious, and 1 has 4 HP.
Okay, Nick, your turn.
Oh, excellent.
Waiting for that intimidation roll, so just get the fuck over with.
No. My blunt arrows.
No, it's just to get the fuck out of my way, you swine. Because we both know that's what Nick's gonna do here, okay? He doesn't have to attack them, he just has to cast Dancing Lights and say, you should get the fuck out of my way.
Why dance?
Grasp hard.
Because anytime he casts a spell, he gets as a bonus action, he can just intimidate and say, move.
So you guys dancing like
He said, well, he could just do intimidate. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I just couldn't intimidate.
Yeah. But where's the
but
flare?
if he does that, then I think if you can't shoot corruption and make your intimidate DC higher,
And kill anything that's tiny.
no, you get advantage or something.
It's for till the end of my turn, I double my proficiency.
Is that with just spell save
That's
DCs or
corruption.
just corruption?
I can either choose to double my proficiency or double my skill modifier.
Yeah.
And well,
Oh, that's nice. That's
when it comes
what
to spell save DC, it uses both your proficiency and your modifier. So
I forgot about Shuriken.
So Nick, if there was like a dragon
Shillelagh?
in the town, you just walk around the town casting.
That's what that word means, is shillelagh.
Corruption.
Shillelagh is
all over the
shillelagh.
place,
Yeah.
or just go all fast?
it's an Irish
Billy one, basically.
Freaking
exterminator.
You gotta be weird.
How did you guys all fall?
And actually, I don't even need at
The Celtic
now,
language is
how
weird
I
because
don't
it turns
even
everything
cast
English
spell
on
for it
its
anymore.
side.
I can use corruption to heal myself.
And
And
should not be
Fucking cool.
Yeah, Druids use that all the time.
You just like,
And bonk. Bonk.
No,
There you go. I'm gonna press the digitation, corruption, to make my voice even louder, to give myself advantage on this intimidation I'm about to do.
Okay. They're not making you save, you're just intimidating, which just means you have advantage on a normal intimidate roll.
Which 2 of them just drop. Anyway. Bet, cause
Wow, really?
What's your final? They could still botch this horribly.
9.
They have to beat a 9,
If this is actually,
they fail.
I would say actually it should be higher than that because I'm proficient in intimidation. And because I use corruption, that should.
Corruption just applies to spell save DCs as far as I can. When you use this ability, you may double either your proficiency bonus or your spellcasting ability score for the purposes of calculating all spell effects, including saving throws and spell attack rolls.
So if I'm using my,
So if you would have like
I'm
Ray
using-
of Frosted Corruption, you would have been able to double your proficiency or your intelligence
Right.
for the attack roll,
I'm casting prestidigitation,
which doesn't have a spell save DC.
I can either my proficiency or
it says in there for spell saves.
Yeah. So it doesn't actually.
Because
They're
that would
very
turn
careful how they work.
because that can turn into really powerful RP.
that's
Because you could just have a
Because the way
cantrip
it's
at
worded-
will, just being like,
You still beat them.
they
They rolled a 4 and they have a -3. Ouch. They have a 5 wisdom. There's no issue here.
Nick, how low is their intelligence? By at least.
So at that point, I wouldn't have bothered casting it or done anything.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna benefit from it. Why
No,
not?
yeah. So you don't actually
the
use an
thing is
action.
with intelligence
use,
scores, a lot of it is based on average
standard
for your
action, I
race.
Because at that point, I can still cast prestidigitation to make my voice booming.
Yeah.
And intimidate.
Yeah, and then you just use your bonus action, intimidate.
Yeah.
You don't even need to use corruption, which you have a limited uses of a day, I think.
Very limited.
Okay,
can't believe
so there's
I
no
rolled
need for
all
corruption. No corruptions have occurred. They failed their DC and scrambled the fuck away.
I'm gonna pick up my 3 arrows.
Everyone else make me a DC wisdom check of 9? Because it does say to everyone.
What says that?
16.
When you do an intimidate, it's like everyone in that range.
I actually remember that from the very first game. That
That's that spell. I'm doing a standard intimidation.
Generally, when you do an intimidate,
You have directed targets. You don't have a AOE.
I don't really know how that works, but I'll look it up.
But
We can-
it's part of the role playing of it. Is I'm trying to intimidate the people coming after us.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a fear presence yet. And he becomes an elderly.
Okay, if it's as a spell, I think it's an AOE, but not when it's a regular intimidate.
It's an RP intimidation. It's
Yeah.
like a-
It's not the warlock
AOE spell.
tentacles.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
yeah. Oh.
Yeah. That
Advantage.
I think it's then when it affects like the whole.
Yeah.
The party is like, oh my god, no, please.
Because even
And
then,
they're just frightened of it.
if it's going to affect the entire party, no, then I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no. You got it. You're good.
So does Grass with Hadar actually have advantage against Japanese schoolgirls?
Damn it, Steven, shut up. Stop derailing. I'm trying to stay on focus here. So the mob dissipates and everybody gains 50 XP.
Holy shit! That's a lot.
Well,
That's actually a fairly decent amount for a CR.
well, they're a quarter.
Yeah.
It means they're 50 XP, and there are 5 of you, so you still defeated the encounter, regardless of if you fought it.
Well, I pick up my arrows from the unconscious ones.
You need the broken ones?
They're still useful.
Okay, they're broken.
It was
No,
broken.
you cannot use mending and fix them. Fuck you. Go to
How wasn't
hell.
he actually even gonna
You
try
go, you go to hell or you die.
in that order?
I have 179
I'm not
bullets.
taking.
Yeah, that's why I have 90 arrows.
The magical ones won't break that easy though.
I don't have magical arrows.
Right, you're not gonna have them yet. You'll get them later.
That's why I did the magical longbow.
So, pursuing,
You've lost a turn pursuing the Droki, but you're still pursuing, and nobody did damage to Steven, so Hunter's Mark is still active.
yes, so, yeah. We lost 6 whole seconds. Let's continue!
Well, no, you two lost 6 whole seconds. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Boom! Take that bone.
Yeah.
What you get for your intimidation checks? I'm not afraid.
My flashing
He
intimidation.
said to make a stand.
Yes.
I rolled,
There you go.
I rolled a 4 and then a 2.
And he still beat him.
I still scared them all.
Sweet, did I lose any time with going to do
No,
Okay.
just these 2 monkeys.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw one of my beads at his ass, because hopefully,
You're not anywhere near close.
well, no, not directly at his ass,
Are
but
you
as far as I
trying?
can towards him.
That's a pretty difficult seduce check.
No, never mind.
I think
So,
that is an action.
Yes,
And
you
you would
lose.
be losing
You lose an
your
action,
Yeah.
so you can only move 30 feet this round.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I moved 30 feet in that direction.
Oh yeah.
You gave up your standard and your bonus, but you still get your move.
Uh-huh.
40. You have no shredder active.
Did I actually get that?
You said you were doing it, so I assume it's active.
Okay.
And I move 40 feet.
Wild magic. I think I said in town wild magic won't happen.
Correct.
Well, in specific parts of
Well, I can-
one. This isn't one.
okay, so I'm gonna throw.
I could be extremely evil and metagaming because every time I enter combat, I get an extra 10 feet for the first turn. So I can just be like, and slash that guy's throat.
When did you get launched? Like, is that a wizard spell?
Yeah, that's supposed to spell. I've had that for a while.
You just don't use it often, so.
No, I don't.
I don't think you're completely locked into the Neverland. No, yeah,
No, not at
the
all.
wizards aren't locked into
I don't, I've never really liked the whole, well, wizards
In
can
fact,
just know.
there's
wizard spell.
only like 7 necromancy spells that stand out as necromancy spells.
I don't actually see things.
But just in a whole, there's only like 3.
Mole is really nice one. Right, for a cantrip, it's a really nice spell. Oh, you're damaged here.
You're really damaged.
Excuse me while I corruption crack you.
We told
Alright.
does
You,
necrotic, right?
AP, yeah. But it doesn't, this is just my opinion on the necromancy. To the coast, you did it wrong. They went out of their way to make all of these spells and everything, and to build wizards, wizard necromancers. If they do this thing, if they activate Grim Harvest, which says, I heal the amount of damage you do equal to the spell level if I kill you. But then they didn't give a plethora of damaging spells from necromancy. It's like evocation has all the spells that can do damage. Necromancy has maybe one per spell level. And if that, maybe one per spell level starting at 3rd level. So your level 2 ability that you get is pointless. And it's just like, we're gonna dick you over the hole. That's my issue with Wizards of the Coast and why I allow Van Helsing's. Because Van Helsing's makes it actually viable. If you don't include Van Helsing's, Necromancer wizards aren't viable, in my opinion.
They were only viable back then because of how Wizards did. Yeah, it was Wizards at the time. They pretty much were like, and bulk every couple of months.
Yeah, in 3.5 they were viable because of that. And because of the Dread Necromancer prestige class, which just said, I can do additional Necromancer things and just start picking up undead as I find them. And turning them into
Prestige classes.
right?
Okay, so who's next?
Frenzy Fairy.
You guys are running. You're running. I've done your random encounter. You're running. Yes. Right.
Slowly breaking away.
Vic, you and I need to make opposed checks.
And my first one is a 22 for tracking.
What am I doing?
Perception so your bird can keep an eye on stealthy boy.
And I'm pretty sure
I
he's
don't
not
want
taking the
modifiers
time
for-
necessary to clear his tracks.
That's reusing mine.
He is not a gnome,
Panther
like-
thing that I threw the.
Well, he's going 120 feet.
Doesn't matter. He's still making stuff happen.
Yes.
Around him.
No, I'm saying that, like,
I don't care.
no, I'm saying how could he cover his tracks?
Exactly. Which is why I'm just like, I'm just gonna track him. You guys can sprint. And
Raven has a +1 to roll.
Okay, so 4.
Unless you're taking an action to see through the bird's eye, and then you can use your perception.
Which would be a 6. So 7. Actually, 7.
You gotta
I rolled a 3.
Yeah, no, your bird lost him, but he also lost an action to hide. So he only got to move 60 feet down. Yes, Drew.
So I tried saying that I was gonna throw
Yeah.
the beacon before. I landed on a 5, so I got the panther out.
What you have is a wild panther in the middle of town. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
It's not a wild panther, because it has to do with.
Well, not as far as the guards are concerned, it's an animal who shouldn't be here, and they're going to treat it as such. How do police usually deal with panthers in main cities?
They run and hide.
Yes, I was about to say that, but it also depends.
can, yes.
If they come up as aggressive, then they kill it. However, if it doesn't, then they tranquilize it and bring it back out of the water.
Yeah, they can't really do that. They don't have that capability.
Really?
Not the guard's first example is going to be, I'm almost at that kind of thing. It shouldn't be here.
I would imagine Drogar would actually have it. Or,
They actually don't. They,
I'll look him up in the monster manual though and be like, oh, do you
Well,
have
you can
the
throw like most of yours out and hope for an elk, and then you can ride the elk.
Yeah.
So he looked one giant elk. Yeah, see, if I forgot the giant elk would have been able to keep up with him the whole way. That's what's
why?
why.
He's got a 50?
No, the giant elk had a 60. The panther only has a 50.
Murder! No, they don't do the poison things. Or they like to pretend they're honorable. They're lawful evil. They like to pretend they're honorable.
We have a lot of good care.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, somebody should stab that bitch.
Don't stab me. That's gotta be bad.
Hey, at least, well, you are a lawful good fellow then.
Crap.
I don't.
You're a necromancer.
At which point, you have to
You
go.
can be good.
Yeah, but I thought necromancy was already considered a bad thing.
In most cases, yes. I don't run it that way.
It's
That's
around.
The whole
magic.
But I was like, how? You're afraid
There
of
are
necromancy.
people that are called archliches that become liches just to fight other liches.
It's
Because
literally-
liches
Actually,
exist.
It's literally, it's literally something specific to the Forgotten Realms. That's where it was originally created. A lot of people don't like the whole white lich thing, but it is a thing.
Forgotten Realms is still around. It's still in the
it still exists. It's a thing.
Even if they try to do something.
Yeah, we don't admit that happened.
That never happened. What are you talking about?
What are we hunting for you, Jay?
Let me see one of the D20s. That's one. I got a D20 here, though, so.
Here's one.
No, Alex. Moving on, you guys are heading for West Bucket?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
Sure,
sure
you
you
tried to find that
found
guy?
orphans to go around the streets. Look for him.
Well,
They do great work and they're cheap.
You got, as you guys get, okay, yeah, there's actually a description I can use for this. Because you guys are, you're, all pretenses aside, you are bum rushing the West Clubs right now, right?
So is he technically stealth right now?
Yes,
Then he has half his movement speed.
maybe.
no, that, but the Panther has a.
I don't think
That is
movement
a
speed
game
actually negate that.
No, they don't, but if he has a feature that says otherwise, it does.
Oh, probably the Adero.
Yeah.
Gnomes have the weird things that are always annoying when you least expect it.
Boom, that's what I'm gonna need next time.
As you pass through the gates, the stench in the air changes from acrid.
Acrid. If you want,
He was starting to read, so I'm giving us a cutscene.
As you pass through the gates, the stench in the air changes from acrid and metallic to fetid and repugnant. The fires of industry replaced by squalor. The homes in this part of Grasselstoke are crudely carved from the rock or just holes in the walls, arranged in no apparent order. The chatter in the air is unnerving, with hundreds of Darrow muttering, screaming at each other, and otherwise reveling in their insanity. Those who do spot you look at you with burning hatred.
actual trick.
And because you have entered here, I have to roll for the thing. Which the thing happens.
We're gonna have to kill more Darrow. I mean, not them. Like Batman.
This is what they tell me to do, that every hour you're here, I have to roll for this. 5 more Darrow attack you.
So it's been an hour?
Well, this is you entering. This is the first hour.
Oh,
This is me rolling for the first hour.
Alright,
You've entered, and now they're doing the we're attacking you thing.
so initiatives.
I'm gonna hit.
You just want to use the same initiative.
Callan is gonna make an intimidation and just roar at them.
Well, you can do that on your turn.
Oh, mother fudge.
Have I heard you roar yet?
I don't. Oh, that one. Oh, god damn it. That's just not perception, but initiative. I mean, it's still good, but I really could have used that one.
So this is not what I wanted the session to be. So
Well, you definitely didn't need to do this.
I'm supposed to roll. You guys want to
22.
I can understand that, but you literally did the bait, and you as the DM have drug us here.
Okay, moving on.
So with a 17 to intimidate, tell them to get out of my way or they become my food. Actually, they can't pass that because it's 17. They have a -3.
Yeah, they rolled a 19 and still don't pass.
And I keep going. Just
Well,
need to make another attack.
So he, yeah, I'll say,
They scatter like there's nothing.
so tracking.
Yeah, tracking.
That is 22.
You are able to keep going, and you are able to track it.
I'll just keep following where he's going.
Yep, the DC was 15.
No.
Good.
Holy shit.
Which is kind of this Underdark. Because that was 25.
Steven, I love this.
So how close are we now?
You are actually in the West Cliffs, and it's to the point where the way they're looking at you, you can see that they're going to just keep on attacking you unless you're going to stealth in. However, coming back at a later point might make it easier to do so. You know where he's gone, you know where he's headed. Finding what he's doing now isn't the issue anymore. You know.
Okay.
Withdrawing and coming up with a better plan, however, is an option.
I speak that to the party.
You don't have a limited amount of time to complete this. It's just, we've assessed the situation now, and that's all it was really meant to be. And then I realized this is going to run right into the captain's.
Because this party.
Well, yeah, bait.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't have done it if the book wasn't saying, anytime you're in the marketplace, roll. For the people to see him.
Yeah, that's.
I'm realizing that this
Yeah.
adventure, I need to.
That was something you needed to guide.
Yeah, and the book isn't really gonna help me with that part. But yeah. So you guys are. So Zenith, you're doing the
Yeah.
saying the things.
I did say the things. We can come back at another time.
When the Darrow aren't so on damn edge.
Well, you just saw one of them running through you.
They're almost on edge, but you know. There's a better way to handle this.
Obvious that they're influenced by the Deep King.
Let's see. So, what we're being followed.
Yes.
By who? Oh, I didn't roll high enough. We're being
The
followed.
drow. The drow is they're following you as much as they can, but they're doing everything they can to stay hidden. But you know,
When you're sprinting.
it's not getting behind you. You guys are able to extricate yourself from Western.
He mentions that we're being followed. I look back to see what I can see for any drow. And
Yeah, the perception you're making, the footprints that you're seeing, those look like elevators. Very much so.
that's a 20 is my perception.
Yeah, there's definitely, you can
Would
tell.
you like to know who made it?
Yes, I would. I point these out to my.
You pointed it out, which ones? Okay, tell me by the weight of impression, how many different sets of footprints these are? That's totally something survival can do.
Advantage!
Advantage plus, yeah.
What else is there? If only I had chosen Darrow as a favorite enemy.
Why?
I could have broken things.
Our roll survival, see how many people are following us.
That's not survival, that's perception.
No, it's survival. That's what he's really trying to do is tell by the footprints and the weight of the people how much.
I got a nat 1
Tracking.
plus 2. I know exactly what it is.
4 plus 4.
That is a mighty 8 you got there, sir.
What's your survival?
That
Because
is
that-
18.
Cool.
How many, and do any of them have expensive tastes?
6. That's damage squad. They made themselves scarce at the moment, but
Yeah, because we kind of slowed down.
Right?
yeah.
They're like, oh crap, they're gonna kill us.
I'm gonna escape, damn
And if dead drow bodies show up in
Yeah,
the
they weren't-
lower side of town, no one's gonna care.
The dwarves don't care, drow aren't people.
Murder.
Yeah, that's what drow things do.
Tell that to the guards. Go for it. I devil dog dare
Except
ya.
now he's gone.
I did not know that.
Double dog there. We've done it anyways.
I have been. I don't know who this half demon is. He just showed up and said he was with the party.
Demons, you say?
I hope they enjoy you.
Great.
Half demons, you say? I mean, he's not. Who's the half party?
I'm the guy to inside.
You're not a half dog. I don't care if it's on your sheet or
You
not.
wrote that. You wrote.
You're not a half dog.
When you wrote, I was reading.
I did not.
I guess you
I did
did.
not write that.
It was on my sheet. He wrote it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, let's go back to the keepers.
Yes, going back to the keeper.
Do we have any where the tracks stop? Any buildings in particular where they stop?
They scattered. You need to pick a friends. Or they decided to make tracking them impossible. You have to go off each set of prints. By the time
We're
you
not
come back
using
here,
it, just,
they'll be stamped out.
it's just one of those things.
You know, they're smart. Sorry, but
They're smart, and one of theirs is running. So
Oh, that's good.
let's go back to the hotel room. I need to check on my giant skulls.
So I was thinking you
Okay.
you guys are going actually back to the keepers because, you know,
I really need to get rid of this fire trap. Really kind of.
Didn't have range.
Not really, not yet. It's only day 2.
you guys go to the keepers. So the area the keepers have set up for you guys for quarters.
Shit.
Alex.
Yeah.
They've given you a room. When you go into the room, they should make you a perception check. I need you to make me a perception check with advantage.
They appear to have got down
22.
They doused your bed.
Oh, you got a what?
22.
Cool. On your bed, there's a stick.
Why is there?
The stick has a note on it.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
They doused your bed.
The note is written in Infernal.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What does it say?
It says you'll know to use it when you really need it.
The stick.
The stick has a note that says that.
I stay up observing these.
You do? Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I send my Raven out to check on
You're
this.
not.
Okay. They nobody has talked with them yet.
Who, me?
No.
Oh,
They're dealing with another player now because you said you're engrossed. So
Well, hopefully next time we
Yeah.
see that Darrow, he's not sprinting, and maybe I can be directly led to where they're going. I need some things done.
what are you doing, Nick? Checking on the status. The status is it hasn't changed.
Nothing's changed. We sit down with my attendant.
I'm gonna sit down with your cantrip. Bard, it's the bard.
Where is the thief?
Get a
I'm
Yeah.
not a thief, I'm an assassin.
Better than a fellow worshiper.
also my stone giant over here.
I can't believe it.
You'll leave it. No, you're not.
I have a stick.
So- In case they've seen us in the hotel, I wanted to make rooms appear to be continuously occupied. However, it also appears that they have fucked with those rooms. Questioning whether we should truly utilizing the time they are spending there. You catch my drift.
You're there having a grand old time with your friends.
So, wondering also whether or not we should bring them to West Puffs tomorrow. Or should I spread them throughout the city?
In order to find and track him, or just to throw them all percent.
Yes.
Either will work. I'm gonna try and use an angle that I have to get into the gray ghosts.
Sounds helpful.
Can I roll for stealth to try and steal any cloak from anywhere? So I have a cloak.
Don't you already have a cloak?
I don't know if I started with one or not. You never said.
You could buy one in town, I mean.
Oh.
It's not much.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna speak to my stick and.
You can get an entire wardrobe
Does
for
it talk
like
back to me?
$5
Oh.
and it'd be a
This
nice
stick does not
wardrobe.
speak back to me.
Wait, what's your madness?
Oh, wait,
One.
you don't even have an indefinite one, that was just a max. To make sure the city.
I speak to it in all languages I know. Infernal,
This does not speak back to me.
Well, fuck. Do I see anything special about it?
No,
Is there a leaf on the top?
it looked like a stick.
Is there a leaf on the top?
No. You can see your character sheet out.
Wait a second. Wasn't my guy wearing under his chain? Was he just naked or something?
Close.
Oh, that's common clothes.
Okay.
Traveler's clothes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I remember that now.
Okay.
There's stuff you wear under it because ow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Ow, that would hurt.
Oh god, it pictures! My
That would be
nipples!
very pinchy.
My nipples, oh god, no.
Walking around with just two nipples sticking out of the chainmail. Just, oh, hi there. No.
That went
Oh.
there.
Okay. I am going to have my raven uh, set on the shoulder of one of the skeletal warriors.
Okay.
I'm going to have that skeletal warrior walk around town a little bit
Okay.
as I peer through the eyes of Raven. And then I have Bryces and Rashash sit in my room with me and work on the second item.
And before he does that, I was gonna show him my stick.
Oh, I guess can I splash open again, time?
Yeah, sure. Just
He
buy that.
doesn't know you like that.
So you're going to go knock on Nick's door.
Show him your stick.
How
In
much?
this room with two ladies. Are you going, and then you're knocking on the door.
And unfortunately, I don't answer.
Uh,
Considering you,
how much is it?
Going into that project that Callahan said to help you with. Callahan's there as well.
This will be occurring for the next 8 hours. Would you like to sack a night of sleep?
And he's got
Oh,
no plans
I'm
and
gonna show the.
pretty sure that it's will be energized enough anyways.
You need 8 hours of sleep or you'll get a point of exhaustion.
It's literally why these two are staying up.
Because they don't need it. He only needs strength for 4 hours.
So I'll be spending an excess amount of 4 hours doing reconnaissance for the party and getting my sleep, while they also do additional work.
So, if you want to like go in and work on the gems, like making sure they're the right shape and thing, like gem cutting shit for a certain amount of time, and then go get your 8 hours. That's cool.
Yeah.
That'd be wise.
Yeah, that's.
But if you just want to sack your 8 hours, then you're going to have a point of exhaustion, and
Which is not.
I believe you.
And mind you, would be greatly helpful considering I need one more 8-hour set before this final piece is completed.
Ooh. If you're that close,
Do
then
they have like a giant cauldron somewhere?
Those who?
your project
Prices?
is very
Oh,
Your project is that close to completion. After spending a minute or two to weigh the options, yes, he will.
Okay, you're sacking a night of sleep. You're going to have exhaustion, 0.1 for the next day.
that will be
Oh,
disadvantage on all ability checks.
Yep.
Perception, survival.
Since you were there, you will take note that the necklace that you are currently working on is identical to the one I am currently wearing.
I'm gonna spend the night to get a bunch of the fleshy bits
Identical.
off of this.
Yeah.
With this.
Okay, if you're working on the gemstone, Luke, I need a roll with advantage.
And that close it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spend my time getting a lot of the fleshy bits out that I can get.
Yep. Is this just a straight roll or? Straight roll. Nothing adds to it.
Stat?
No, it's no stat.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's one progress. That's a 4-hour cycle. Make me another roll.
Are giant's eyes used for any alchemy spells?
No.
Damn, wait a second.
That was a bad roll.
Okay. You're gonna stick with that roll or use inspiration?
Yeah, inspiration.
One die. Roll the lower one. We have an alchemist. We have a better job.
16.
Okay. That's good enough. You are able to do the work and complete it. I can do it by now, man.
No, that bud's gone.
Well, you could ask the dwarves where it is.
Have I seen this handwriting before?
Nope.
Well, I know what language
Wait,
it is.
handwriting. Yes. You've seen it before, but you don't know where. You can make the intelligence
Oh,
roll.
I have a dream.
What's the roll cost?
5 gold.
That was the entire wardrobe.
14.
Okay, well, isn't just the cloak, or do just the cloak, or the,
He could
just the
do
cloak?
yeah, so he could do a really ornate robe or
Yeah.
cloak for a gold, or he could do
Oh, hold on there.
urchin clothing for
Need his animals.
coppers.
No,
I don't own one. I don't own one anymore.
Rags, basically.
Oh, good.
Give it to you.
Oh, shit.
Yes. I just said. It's just like, wait.
I don't own his avatars anymore.
Oh.
Let's me do something really cool, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Who will do it? All of us.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was gonna be.
Yes, yes, I am.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, squat in the movement.
Wait a second.
So, we're looking for a cloak.
Yes.
I have an amazing cloak right here.
What is it? Wait, how would you ask that? How do you ask what type of coat something is?
What kind of coat is it?
It is. It is a magic cloak.
What does it do?
It allows you to look your absolute best whenever you look.
Oh my god, it's a coat in this mess.
To me, that sounds almost like something that would be cursed.
You can change the style of cloak, even the color of it. You can flourish it magically.
Is it?
Fabulous, yes.
Okay.
It's between two. I kind of like the one, just for dramatic effect.
Yes.
How much for it?
Much. I suppose I could part with it. Though it is amazing.
Wait, part of it for what?
Part with it for 500 gold.
Fuck.
kill him and take it. Busting my balls.
Wait, is Zenith still by me or no?
Huh?
Is Zenith still by me?
No, he went back to his room to immediately start.
Yeah, so you went off to do that.
Yeah, I was like, crap.
There you go. Do I see him through the eyes of my raven as my skeleton's walking around?
Absolutely.
So as you have that moment of, where was Zenith? You turn and you see one of the skeletal warriors step up next to you with the raven on his shoulder.
So go, Zenith. What is that? I'm gonna point to the
Arcane. 19.
That is not just a cloak. That someone has somehow weaved two cloaks together. A cloak of many fashions and a cloak of billowing.
Ooh.
What's a cloak of billowing?
A cloak
It is awesome, is what it is.
It is. You ever wanted to look cool in the middle of battle? This is how you do it. A cloak of billowing. While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to make it billow dramatically. Also, a cloak of many fashions, which is the other thing it is as well. While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to change the style, color, and apparent quality of the garment. It can never be anything but a cloak.
My orc in the extra life campaign.
It's effectively a cloak.
Wow!
Yeah, I'll buy it.
Wonderful. And it will be 500 gold.
Yeah, that's why it's
200 for after I added the one more.
I explained why it's 500. But I mean, he's also talking to a Goliath, so.
Yeah, no, it's the GP.
He had
No,
over 7.
I am not
Yeah,
there.
I haven't updated that.
I am too busy
I had
skinning
700.
the hut.
I'm down to 200.
Is that your total?
Of course.
I asked the keepers. You want some of
204
this?
total.
I would not.
Fire giant eyes. I don't know what they're used for.
You need it printed out.
Yeah, it's that required. But I want to wait until I get 2 more inspiration or 1 more level or both. Because if I get 2 more
Fire
inspiration,
giant
I can up my
eyes.
con.
And something like today, I noticed. I'm gonna my perception's actually a +4.
You deal with everyone else. You said you were entrenched looking at the thing.
So I don't forget
So is my passive wisdom still 11? Like, I don't.
If only you were
So
a
what you do is you have to do
If only you were a sorcerer.
perception and then you add 10 to it.
I do have Arcana passive.
Okay, you can roll for it.
And usually it
This
goes.
used to be a sorcerer.
That's true, yeah.
It's still low. Until you increase that, or you become
You got
efficient.
nothing.
I'll try.
You can keep trying as many times as you want, you won't succeed. The DC is too high.
If only you do.
22! Not enough.
60.
So I would like to spend 4 hours kind of looking around and observing for targets of interest.
Okay. Anyone in particular?
Brow.
Drow. At a mighty 6.
Oh my.
+4.
Okay.
So 10.
You're not finding anything.
So I got a mimic. I thought you were doing magic tricks, so I started dropping in there. It's just here. And I was like, what?
No idea.
What? But I mean, in all reality, when you take an hour to do a task, I'm not hunting. It's just I'm wandering around town looking. Okay.
There's a possibility of failure. You
So-
can't take a 20.
No, I know. That's the thing is I can take a 10.
A 10? Oh, yeah, sure thing.
Uh,
Yeah, you
and it's
you
a-
find
it's a
one
pa-
to drop.
It's passive 14. At that point, it's passive 14. So
Oh, yeah,
if
then you can find it. You can find one of the drow and, you know, are tailing it?
Yeah.
Cool. Are you tailing him with the bird, or are you tailing him with the bird sitting on the skeleton's shoulder?
bird's sitting on the skeleton shoulder,
Okay.
and I'm guiding the skeleton along.
Then the guy gets a check. And he rolls a natural 14. So,
Not being concealed
no, he knows he's being followed.
By a skeleton.
I
by
started.
a skeleton wearing
Probably a drow.
House Mizrum armor and cloak.
It kind of looks familiar.
Yeah.
Going for that creep factor, are you?
Yeah.
I start following.
I recognize those cheat
No.
codes.
Oh, yeah.
Kicks that face a little bit.
I get the raven and the crow for me.
Wait, did you hear
No,
that?
What? What's with this Tuki?
Turkey, go. I don't know what movie that's a reference. George of the Jungle.
Yeah.
No. And the
When they saw the clip, their mouths were agape
when God drops darkness.
Aww. No.
Wait, I saw my hands are following me. Ooh, I never summoned hands.
Close enough.
You're with you. Yeah, sure.
We were all now laughing maniacally.
Huh?
I was asking him which one the panther.
This is the time for me.
There's a panther that we used last time from a panther.
You're not really.
Oh,
The guy's just
I really should take that devil sight.
How would you take devil's sight? You don't know what?
In the Helsing's book, there's a thing that gives me devil sight.
Oh, cool.
So literally, it's just I see
Actually-
the ethereal plane.
Instead of asking the keepers, I'm going to ask the alchemist here if he has any use for fire giant eyes, scalp, brains.
What are you offering?
Asking the alchemist.
What? How much are you wanting?
I want free information.
What kind of information?
If they're useful.
Oh, they're useful things. Armors that grant resistances to fire. They could be used in a necklace of fireball.
His skin, his scalp.
For the eyes.
Oh, obviously.
Eyes, scalp, also for stone giants. Just about that.
Yeah.
I put them in brine.
Potions of fire giant strength. You have the rest of it. Potions of fire giant strength.
I don't know the rest because I'm not an alchemist.
Steven,
You think that's for example.
you never want to use underbelly.
I show you my stick.
What aren't those all?
He's not there. He's running around town. He said he's gonna.
I went to go see the alchemist.
Yeah, he went to go back to the alchemist. You don't know where
He
he's.
was gonna ask.
You don't know where he's at.
You were too busy looking at your stick.
Who? Steve?
I'll have my skeletal warrior wander up next to him. It's a familiar feeling, I'm sure.
Oh. You know, if someone isn't used to it, this would be kind of creepy.
Sorry,
I'm following you, Scout.
Okay.
Did you say that?
Grand reunion of the three of you! Huzzah! No one died!
The day is still young.
Put your black sacrament knife away.
So, in deep speech, I mentioned there's a drow not too far away.
I don't know deep speech yet.
I didn't say. I think you're the one.
Mimicry?
I don't understand it. I haven't been taught deep speech. I can repeat it without knowing.
May the demons enjoy you greatly. That's all he knows. Caw, may the demons enjoy you greatly. Hey, how
Because
are
I
you
can
doing?
mimic it doesn't mean I understand. I haven't been told.
You sound like you have something in your throat. Do you need a cough? Pat on the back?
May the demons enjoy you greatly. That's all he knows.
Honestly, wouldn't all of us know how to say that by now? But we wouldn't know what
You
it means.
No.
Can you mimic? Are you a bird?
You can try to.
Well,
I have
just thinking-
special racial things.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking, like, he said that a lot.
Same
when I
with-
think about it.
So we're gonna get back to Alex now, okay? Unless you want to do something.
I'm good for now.
All right. So you're sitting in your room, examining it, right?
Someone walk in?
No.
It's an awkward feeling when somebody walks in.
Suddenly, visions of fire and death and brimstone. You standing there. It's not you. Someone else.
But how is it me?
How indeed.
Oh my God.
I know what's up.
So much time to use it. Yes. Nick, I love you right now. Just look. You're standing there, and you feel your body move.
I'm not moving.
Or are you?
It's like when you receive Ricky Martin. You just can't help yourself.
Hey, wait, is there a character that learned how to one-hand, a two-handed weapon?
No, that's not a thing. That would be broken broken.
Well, I'm
Or
sure.
actually, maybe rogue would be right.
Usually when you wield a two,
That would be
in one hand, you're using a die that is, yeah, it is versatile and usually either die with it.
Yeah, except for like pole arms and great swords. Those are considered heavy blade weapons. That's specifically actually designation. Fire. You stand. There's not of your own accord. And suddenly, an arcing scene of fire circled the middle of the room. Opens up before you. Maybe you will say. Wow. I'm glad you felt that. It makes perfect sense now. And you hear in your mind, it is time for you to fulfill your destiny.
I knew it.
Your
Zip.
true destiny.
Zip.
That was the most simplest part
Huh?
to go through.
Uh-huh.
Hi. Hi. So like they just come back the next morning and I'm like,
The next morning. What do you mean?
You don't know what morning is anymore.
You suddenly get a message. You actually get a sending from Rashash. You need to get back here.
I'm still in the room with her.
Oh, great, you're still there. This is
I never
about-
left.
This is about the time. It's all occurring at about the time that your trance and everything ended. Everybody's coming back. You just opens her eyes. We have an issue. Looks just towards Alex's room. We have an issue.
Sweet D11.
Has he gone somewhere?
Yeah, he's. His door was open, and there's a big portal in his room. Now we'll go back to Alex. Alex, you step through the door, and there stands Baphomet,
oh,
the big fucking goat demon. Hey, it is time for you to become my champion. In the back of your mind, the voice you've only heard in your dream says, no, there is another path you can take. Deny him. Deny everything about him to claim every last bit of his power. He didn't remake you. You made a choice. Now back to Baphomet. Demonic-looking orc stands there. He looks to Baphomet, he looks to you.
everything I say to them is in a distance.
That's not an issue for them, trust
I
me.
know.
You will become my champion now.
No.
Was that your final answer?
Yes.
Very well. Foolish no. And you suddenly relive about 20 years of a past life,
What?
all in the space of several seconds. Of your reincarnated self as not only a warlock, but a hexblade. The stick is the only remnant of the weapon. The stick suddenly merges with your great axe, and you feel the magic coursing through your weapon.
Holy shit.
The demonic orc draws his weapon and looks to you. Should have taken the deal. Now the only thing you will know is death. Roll initiative.
Oh, 14. You probably rolled way higher than me.
Nope, he didn't actually. He rolled a 9.
What? Alright. I need Bolos. Bolos?
Oh yeah, you didn't think I was going to something you'd know, did you?
Thank you. I studied that monster. Not just.
I will give you a free Arcana check to see if you know what you're dealing with, Jason.
18.
No. When the demonic corruption taints an orc tribe's leadership, orcs might turn to abyssal magic to make what are known as Tanarux. They are born normally, but when they are born, they eventually become Tanarux, an orc tainted by demon magic. And that is what stands before you. No, he's the same size as you. He has a really fucked up, just fuck off axe. This just jagged pieces of metal on it.
So,
Your axe is just gleaming bright.
am I going to become an Asimar?
No, you wish.
That is a complete.
Racial 180.
It is your turn. What are you doing?
Where is
He's about 20 feet away from you.
I didn't see the beginning of that.
You're in this room. This is you.
What are you doing?
No, I'm gonna hit him.
Are you using your bonus action to rage?
Yeah.
Good
And
man.
I'm gonna do that.
Start your rage counter. Start your rage counter.
Oh, yeah. So I'm doing reckless and rage.
Cool. So he'll have advantage on you. Right?
But I'm resistant, so it's just.
That doesn't, you can't hit you. All right. What are you doing?
I'm gonna hit him with my axe. 24.
That's a hit. Roll your second attack.
You're great.
You should be rolling with advantage in case you're crit.
Oh, that's 26.
Second attack.
Roll again, you still up.
You have 2 attacks.
26.
Another man. Okay.
22.
Roll again for your advantage.
Oh,
No, that was.
He has 2 attacks.
Yeah,
That's a crit.
You crit? That's important. That gives you an extra attack. You can burn your bonus action to do it. Oh wait, you raged. Okay, no bonus action, unfortunately. But you still get 2 big attacks in there. Roll your damage. You have a +4 from rage.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm
We're
straight.
level 6.
Yeah, level 6.
Oh my god.
I want to say it's 2 plus 3 plus 4. I think it matches. That's plus 3.
I think.
Plus 3.
+4 to each of them. Oh wait,
Plus
rage.
3 for your rage.
But normally it's +4.
So in your rage, you get +3.
4 plus 7 4 is 15 and 16.
That's 31.
31 damage. All right. As a reaction, he gets a free attack on you
Okay.
with advantage. Takes that big buck off axe and attacks you with a 24. Okay, that was his first attack with his great axe.
Oh wait, no, I just do averages.
Cool. You take 11 damage. You take only half because you're raging.
So 5.
Yep. Now his regular attacks, natural 20. No.
See, I'm not.
That's his great sword. Now for his bite.
What?
Ah!
Goes in for a bite attack. And then that will be a 21 to hit you.
Yeah, they all hit.
Okay.
That's an AC of 15.
All right.
So he does a total of 22 damage to you.
It goes down to 11.
So now I need more laser.
You take a grand total of 16 points.
Yeah, I know. Now I have 43.
And then you take 4 more.
That's already deducted. So you would have taken 8, but now you take 4.
I'm just gonna, I don't know where your actual total health is.
Just raise everything.
Are you popping your reaction to do Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah.
All right.
So that's or no,
3d10.
yeah, 3D.
Of fire.
14.
14.
14 damage.
5 damage, yeah.
There you go. Mark your 16. So you did in the first turn 31 damage to him. Now you've done 4 more.
No, 14.
Unfortunately.
How?
Resistance. He has resistance and advantage on saves.
That doesn't stack.
Yeah, it does, actually.
So the advantage on the saving throw, save for half damage, resistant on top of that half.
So you took 4. No, 5
Fighting
because
the whole
of
arena.
yeah, pretty much.
But he still took a nice chunk.
Yeah. I mean, fighting your shadow self is never easy. All right, it's your turn.
Water temple.
Right?
Does my great axe have like extra damage or something?
Yeah, it does. It's magical, so it does +1 damage.
So I did 32 damage.
33 because both your attacks hit.
Oh, yeah. 20.
This is gonna be a close one.
Oh, there it is. 19.
19 to hit. That hits. Are you rolling with your? Are you doing a reckless attack again?
Wow.
That's a miss.
Okay.
That's
1d1. Ten damage.
+7. You do +7 on that.
Well, against +1.
Okay, so 11. All right. This is reaction. He gets a free attack on you with advantage. What's your AC?
15.
Okay, he hits. I have to reroll that because he doesn't have advantage on his roll. That's a hit. That's a hit.
So 3 hits. So
he took the total, you would have taken a total
30 damage
I have 13.
left. Right. I think you got some healing potions too, don't you?
Yeah, all regular. And this was 16, doesn't it? It's one of them.
Your turn, buddy.
Alright.
Oh, hold on, before you do that. You guys have been spending the last 2 rounds. Are you guys going through the portal?
Sweet, I have a question. What happens if you just poke your head through to see what's going on the other side? Does it open and you're dead or what?
No, that's not how portals work.
Okay.
Portal would have to close for that to happen. And then I'd have to get it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, screw that. I don't want to take the chance. I'll hop through the portal, I guess.
Okay. Who's going through the portal? Everybody? I need everybody to make me a will save. What again? Wisdom save.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
God damn, I
wait,
could've
saving
had
throw?
Yeah.
Does the ring grant me advantage on wisdom?
Huh? What?
Does the ring grant me advantage on wisdom saving?
I'm sorry, was what?
Does the ring grant me advantage on wisdom saving? I forget.
This is mind affecting, so yeah.
That's both higher the first time.
Okay.
So 21.
Okay. Everybody is stricken by, yeah, I mean everybody. Everybody fails. Everybody walks through here and you are suddenly just paralyzed by that you breathe in the air and it just sinks into your lungs, seeps into you, and all you can do is watch on as Alec takes yet another hit from this from this great axe. It just crushes into his shoulder. But he refuses to give up. Steps into the blow and swings his weapon again. Go for it, Alex. What? Just shut the fuck up.
23. And the other one's 9.
You hit. Roll again.
Where's my D10? God damn it.
You roll
D12.
D12s.
That's gotta be unfortunately.
15. Plus 1.
16. 17. Did you hit with both?
Oh, wait. No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't hit with both?
No, his second roll was a grand total of 9 to hit.
You step. Let me check this. Awesome. Take the blow, you take it in stride, draw it deep in within yourself, and you land the hit. Describe your kill, Alex.
I'm going to chop off his head. And
Okay.
keep his eyes.
We already did, so.
So you all see Alex take this monstrous hit, grin as if it doesn't even bother him.
I am the holy demon.
The symbols in Abyssal gleam on your new sword. On your great sword.
I say in the
Great axe. On your great axe. And
It's a great axe.
you strike him down as he
Is
burns
his
away
weapon still
into
there?
nothing. No, everything about him evaporates. Just goes fade into nothing. Yeah, kind of all of them just. Oh, God. He curses your name in Abyssal.
I say in this again.
Baphomet is gone.
What? I would say, well, that was fun.
It hits the starter.
Wait, how much health did he have when I hit him the last time?
Apparently not enough.
You barely killed him. That's how close that fight was.
Like I said, apparently
What
not.
CR was he?
Bye.
CR pain.
That was awesome.
And everybody there just saw you strike him down, renouncing.
Wait, I just killed a demon lord?
No, you killed a demon.
Oh.
Dude, okay. Normally 2 of those would have been a challenge for the whole party, and you killed them.
You just killed one all by yourself.
Awesome.
Yep. Everyone just saw you do it. As soon as he strikes the final blow, you're all still stuck in that. You're all still in that place, but now you can all move.
Holy, that was so cool.
That was impressive. And as he pats you on the back, you feel a little bit better.
As he heals with a second level lay on hands.
There's only one level.
You use second level slide.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
That doesn't use a spot.
But not lay on. I think you mean cure light wounds. Or blue.
If it's lay on hands, it's just a health pull.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I touch you really well.
But yeah.
I make you feel better by that shit points. Yeah.
What? Are you getting creeped out by my possibly future paladin of Slanesh?
I'm not running this game you're talking about, right? Because that's not happening in one of my games.
Do you need healed? Let me get my healing whip.
It may not be much, but you get 14 health.
I feel better.
It would be kind of funny.
Did you roll a 1 on any of those?
No,
Okay.
8 is great.
Do I still have my stick, or is it?
It's fused with your axe. You have a +1 axe now. Great axe.
Wow. Wow.
You just did something
Wait, that was a CR5.
that was incredibly amazing.
Buffs for
Any
everyone.
other reactions from the rest of the party?
My guy goes,
Perception on the portal area. 19 plus things.
What are you looking for?
Understand what this is.
Yeah.
Or even knowledge arcana.
Yeah, you know this is a effective pocket dimension. It still seems stable for the moment.
I look pretty moved in. Oh, sorry.
There's no.
Okay. Potential way to summon.
It looks like a high-grade portal. Like basically, someone plane shifted, created a portal for plane shift. And this is where you are. You are in a demon's pocket realm. You probably won't stay here very
I would
long,
suggest everybody get out.
but you've all witnessed Alex do the thing.
Although I realized something, my guy's only talked to him once.
Okay. So
I just realized that. Like, I mean, I don't know where I was.
It was when we first started.
I know I growled at him a couple times. Oh yeah, so jump out of the portal.
Well done.
you have officially cleansed yourself from the taint of Baphomet. And everybody knows it.
Woo! Wise choice.
Do I know what that handwriting was now?
What do you mean?
That handwriting, I don't know. What
It was. I think he's asking if
Do I know
now
whose it
knows whose
Yeah,
hand.
make me an intelligence check.
I do not know.
You do know. You absolutely know. That was the handwriting of your reincarnated self.
What?
That was your own handwriting.
Not really his own handwriting, but his own handwriting.
Wouldn't the reincarnated self be the self that he is now? Though?
Yeah, the person who's reincarnated from.
Do I know who I was thinking?
You just
All you know is that the person you reincarnated from was a hexblade sworn to combat Baphomet at every turn.
Didn't you have a flashback from 20 years of his past?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what you know.
Oh, okay.
That was those 20 years of that life was
Just
what happens
straight
is
up.
what happens is a hexblade makes a deal with a sentient weapon. And that was what your reincarnated self did. And during the course of that time period, he get everything he can to oppose Baphomet's plans. And that is your destiny, to oppose this demon lord's plans at every turn.
That's my.
Or just things.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would let you know.
okay. And that is where, so, everyone gets back, everyone is safe and sound.
All right, you ready to head out?
And that is what we want.
Beautiful.
We got some errands to run. You wanna kill a stream speeder?
Please don't.
That costs at least $400, I imagine.
I think that's fine.